Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! Seconds from game 7 or from championship number 6. Short, open, Chicago with the lead! Behind the screen, Harper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship. Tying run at second, 2 out, Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it, and to the middle with the 15, to the 20, breaks free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh!
For the 3rd time in 6 seasons, it's one goal achieved. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it through to Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to our YouTube page. And if you're watching us from our YouTube page, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube page, for real, come on, guys. Go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, you can also tweet the show. Tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online, want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle. For Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok, all one handle at the Shawn Sierra. Listen, I got a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around, and that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody skirt over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Let's check out the chat, because the chat is jumping. Woo, Charlie, I like this kind of party. My man Cornelius Squalls in the house this morning. Shawn at Sports Zones at TGIF. Let the mocks begin. Haven't even started. Season's not even over yet, and you're mocking already. My man Armando Emeterio. Lara Jr. is in the house. What up, Junior? Sean Walls in the house. What up on a frigid Mickey Ficky TGIF morning? Always FGB. Always FGB, baby. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. Just because you said that. Fam, how you doing? Always FGB. Always. I think that's hilarious. My man, Mr. Shode is in the house. What's up, Shode? How you doing? Top of the morning to you. You got me muted again today, buddy? Did I say hello to Mr. Southside himself, Michelle Walls? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Mr. Southside himself is in the house. I love it. Yeah, Black Diamond checking in. Top of the morning, gang. What's up, Papa? Thank you for tuning in, man. I appreciate it. Listen, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know this. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. That, my peoples, I can promise you. Oh, snap. Shorty says, nope, not muted today. Nice, Shorty, nice. Listen, We got a lot to talk about, man. I am fired up. All right, I'm big time fired up. Tomorrow, big day at the United Center over on the west side. South side, west side. Chicago unites tomorrow. All right, well, we united all Bear season. Now all my stupid Cub fan friends can go kick rocks. But we united for Bear season, of course. And then bowl season. Tomorrow is the jersey retirement of Derrick Rose. I personally don't think his jersey should be retired in the rafters here at the Chicago Stadium or the United Center. There's nothing he did that warrants it. No titles. He did win a league MVP. He was the youngest league MVP in NBA history. That is an accomplishment, an unbelievable accomplishment. Okay. But I don't think it's enough to warrant your jersey being retired, put in the rafters by the Chicago Bulls. I know what he meant to the city. I know he revived this Bulls organization. It was dormant after Jordan left. It was dormant for years. All right, we're talking after 98. So we're talking when did he get drafted? 07? It's just Rose. Yeah. 2008. Wow, so 10 years. 10 years after the Bulls' last championship, Derrick Rose was drafted. Crazy. My man, Foul Mouth Chris in the house. What's up, Papa? What did Jerry Sloan do? Nothing. He just led the Jazz to two NBA finals and lost to his own Chicago Bulls. If that's the standard, then Jerry Sloan's number should come down. Yeah, I think for so long, I mean, it was only 25 years. Remember, it was the 25th year that the Bulls won their first title. I think they just wanted to, truth be told, I think they just wanted to have someone's number up there to put up there. I mean, I don't know. I just don't. I mean, there's nothing. He was an electric player for a short period of time. For a short period of time, he was one of the most electric players, exciting players in the NBA. All right. And I don't think that warrants having your jersey retired. Call me crazy. Like he got to the Eastern Conference Finals, once? Maybe twice did he get to, you know what I mean? And it's like, I know he's Chicago. He's Chicago's son, very own. But man, I'm interested. Stop it. Get away from me. Yeah, I don't know. And I love Derrick Rose. I think he was phenomenal for basketball. He's phenomenal for the city. Like who else's numbers are retired? Who else is the let me see, Chicago Bulls. Chicago Bulls retired numbers list. 4. Jerry Sloan, Bob Love, MJ, and Scotty. See, and here's why here's why I say that. Like, I think the Bulls didn't have any jersey numbers retired, and they just felt like we're behind. We're late to the party. You know, Bob Love and Jerry Sloan. What? Like, I can see the way Derek revived the franchise, revived the city. I wasn't around when Jerry Sloan and Bob Love played. I don't think they either of them revived the city the way Derrick Rose did. I just don't. Because basketball wasn't that crazy back then. Yeah, Bob Love and Jerry Sloan. I don't think that those are the other two. Bob Love, Jerry Sloan, Mike and Scotty. I just don't think personally that what they did. They had Krause and Jackson. Okay, Phil Krause and Jackson and Phil Krause, Phil Jackson, Jerry Krause. I get it. Yeah, Cornelius. When they were beginning, they said obviously they thought they would never have a retirement-worthy number. When they first started, yeah, that's probably exactly what they thought. But this is interesting because you look at it, like the Bulls are okay with good, with very good, borderline great. I mean, look at my guy Harold Baines. Now, Harold Baines is my favorite White Sox player of all time. Did he deserve to be in the Baseball Hall of Fame? I don't believe he did. It doesn't take away from his career. Doesn't take away from the fact he's my favorite player, one of the greatest Chicago White Sox to ever don a White Sox uniform. Doesn't take that away. But Reinsdorf, with his influence, was able to pull some strings and get Harold Baines into the Baseball Hall of Fame. And now that's the Hall of Fame. Now that this is his franchise, he can retire whoever number he wants. He can retire Granville Waiters numbers if he wants. For those of you old enough to remember Granville Waiters, it's his organization. He can do whatever the hell he wants. He doesn't have to answer to anyone. And we see how loyal he is to his employees. Ask the Chris Getzes of the world. Ask the John Paxsons. Ask the Gar Formans. Ask the Tim Floyds. Even ask the Ozzie Guillens. Okay? Kept Ozzie around for a long time. Ozzie's one he should keep around. Should have had him as manager, but that's another story. Don't get me started. Don't get me started on this TGI Mickey Ficky Frigid Friday. But I just hope, and it's cool because you know what? I have never heard a bad thing said about D Rose. Nothing. Like when old girl was gonna accuse him of assault, he was and demanded money from him. He's like, "No, you ain't getting a dime." He's like, "We're fighting this all the way," which I had mad respect for. Derrick Rose just seems like a dope ass dude. You know, he just seems like a really cool dude. And that's fine. And don't get me wrong, he's a phenomenal basketball player. Like you hear the stories. Like people were scared. People would get the Derrick Rose flu. They called it. They'd be sick if you had to guard them, they'd be sick the night before. Oh, coach, I don't know if I can go tomorrow. Oh, because you're guarding Derrick. No, something I had for dinner. People were afraid because this dude was straight up 100% pure baller. From the streets of the south side of Chicago, the gyms of the south side of Chicago, from Beasley Academic Center to Simeon to Memphis, back home to the Madhouse on Madison. People were afraid. People wanted none of that smoke. They wanted none of that smoke. And let me tell you, D Rose, when he first in high school, in college, his first few years of the NBA before the injuries, he was a Mickey Ficky problem. His ability to stop on a dime and leave change while he's going to the hole, full speed. The only person that I can recall ever, there are two people, and they weren't basketball players. Two people that I ever saw, the only other two people I saw could stop on a dime and make change like he could, going at the same speed. Barry Sanders and Gale Sayers. And I just saw highlights of Gale Sayers because I didn't see him play in his prime. Rick, what am I hearing? D Rose is one of our own. He deserves his flowers. To say he don't deserve his number retired is pure nonsense. Holy shit. All right, you've been smoking some stuff, Rick. Rick's high already in the morning. Smoke weed every day. And see an FGB at the end of that statement, sir. I shouldn't even have put it up because it had no FGB statement on there. Don't get me wrong, Rick. I think Derek was a phenomenal player. Injuries, unfortunately, robbed us and him of what would have been an amazing career. Black Diamond says, hey, Shawn, legend has it that Rajon Rondo, when he was with the Celtics, signed a contract that said I play defense against everybody except Derek Martell Rose. Jordy says, you're damn right. My man Rick is high right now. Rick, FGB. And believe me, I love Derrick Rose. Man. My second favorite Bull? Yeah, I think I can go out on a limb and say he's my second favorite Bull of all time. Okay. So Chris says, because also we're not talking about the NBA Hall of Fame. If we're talking about the NBA Hall of Fame, I see your argument. Not to have your number retired. Rick says, so because he got injured, he don't deserve it? What did I miss? Yeah, it cut his career short. It cut short a phenomenal, what would have been a phenomenal career. Would have been. Because if put it this way, if Derrick Rose just didn't get any better, like peak Derrick Rose was still ascending when he got injured. He was still getting better as a player when he got injured. If he had played 9-10 years at that level, he'd still be Jersey retired, Hall of Fame eligible. I'd be all for it. But his window was so short. It robbed us. It robbed him of a career and us of unbelievable memories. Rick says, Gale Sayers in the Hall and played 5 years. Bro, this is crazy. It's different. There was never, to that point, there was never a person in the NFL like Gale Sayers. He was the first Barry Sanders type player in the NFL. Like I said, stop on a dime and leave change. Like he'd be running full speed and plant and go 90 degrees. But hey, I'm happy for him. I'm not mad at it. I'm not saying, oh, Derrick Rose, he's burning hell. No. He robbed you. No, he robbed all of us. He didn't just rob me. He robbed all of us of amazing memories and highlights. It wasn't just me. I'm not saying, oh, because I didn't get to see it. No. His body of work, because after that, he was a average player. The majority of his career, he was an average player because of his injuries. That's what I'm saying. I'm not mad at Derrick Rose. I'm not saying, oh, Derrick Rose. No. I'm just saying my opinion. I don't think he deserved to have it all. But it's Reinsdorf's team. He could retire whoever's number he wants. And I couldn't think of a more deserving person than Pooh. Rick says, no, I need to get high. This is insane. Like you weren't going to get high anyway. Don't blame me for getting high today, Rick. Today's Friday. You ain't got no job. You ain't got shit to do. Don't try to put that one on me, Rick. He's like Shawn, I got to get high. You got to blame me for getting high today, Rick. Hey, you know what's insane? Here's what's insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 posts on here, and not one of them did you have an FGB. That is insane. Not one did you hit FGB. Not one. That is insane, Rick.
Fuck Green Bay! Fuck Green Bay! Fuck Green Bay! Fuck Green Bay! Fuck Green Bay!
So listen, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll let Rick roll one up, spark it up. While I get the warden off the CrossFit. Hopefully Rick is a lot more chill when we come back on the other side of the break. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago.
Operator 901, where's the emergency?
127 Brynmere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushrooms.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency
Do you
line.
know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe. But some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
No, I don't know though. I'm scared. I mean, you're so...
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings. I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. Yeah, I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
It's a romance sport. What? It's a romance sport like that.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Every body in a work zone is someone's somebody.
This is my mom. She works for KDOT.
This is my dad.
This is my mom.
This is my daddy.
This is my sister.
This is my daddy.
This is my son, Scott. He was killed while working in a highway work zone. When you drive through a work zone, drive like a life depends on it. Because it does.
To that point, you can't go underneath screens against a guy like that. You have to play him like he's Steph Curry almost.
Exactly.
I'm not saying he is, but you got to play him like it.
Especially when you saw the scouting report from the last game. You
tap try. Williams able to clear it on Reed.
Good rebound by Patrick Williams.
Bulls have hit the glass a little bit better with this bench unit. Now Giddey drives.
Giddy up.
Vucevic trying to accelerate.
There he goes.
Williams to Jones. Driving in on Jalen Clark. Giddey with a tough move. And one. Now you got the shot blocking presence of Gobert back. He's not in the paint, so Buzelis goes in on Randall. Dosumu takes a three and hits.
Oh, I'll go straight. Bang, bang, bang.
Oh, wow. He just did a get off me on Smith, but he couldn't finish.
He uses that shoulder very well.
Here's Buzelis all the way.
Don't do the switcheroo on him. Little Boozy Vert.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms. On Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel, you can find us at Sports Zone Chicago. And on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present.
Welcome back to ShawnSierraSports and Sports Zone Chicago. Man, are we having... Is this the polar vortex or the what the heck? It's crazy. You have it. Steve says I'm a little choppy. Am I a little choppy on your end, guys? Let me know. Seems crazy. It seems fine on my end, but Steve said he's a little I'm a little choppy, but all right. But Rick says, rolling as we speak, fool. I love it. Team Book of World says Rose don't get injured, Bulls get a chip. I think they have a really good chance at it. I think they have a really good shot at getting a championship if he doesn't get hurt. You know, I just think they do. They do. So Cornelia says, hey, Shawn, I sent you my first 5-round mock. Okay. MTC show. It's all right. Any baseball news? No, not choppy. All right, we're here. We're back here. All right, guys, let's get a crack. You know how we do the first segment of every show was called Top of the Morning.
She won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Here you go. The first top of the morning topic. Which way do we go? Which way do we go? I know. Speaking of Derrick Rose, the Bulls yesterday on the road. Oh, no, were they home yesterday? Steve, see if we can get that flyer up. It's acting crazy. The Bulls, they beat the Minnesota Timberwolves 120-115. Kobe White led the way for the Bulls. Josh Giddey, 21.6 rebounds, 5 assists. Jalen Smith, 17 points. Matas Buzelis, 12 points in the winning effort. And Nikola Vucevic 10 points, 8 rebounds. Oh, okay. That's funny. Staying with the Bulls. The next top of the morning topic. The Bulls host the Boston Celtics tomorrow night at the United Center for Derrick Rose jersey retirement. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 670 a.m. Obviously, a Derrick Rose number retirement is a hot topic for some people in the chat today. I get it. You're entitled. We're all entitled to our opinions. That's cool. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it crack-a-lacking. The next top of the morning topic. Let's see if we get that Blackhawks one. The Hawks, baby. I don't know why I'm not seeing it on my screen. Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
At a time when the news seems as subjective as the partisan politics dividing this country, independent professional journalism has become a resource people need to get the honest and accurate information for their lives. That's why I created gervondextersr.com. As a born and raised Chicagoan, I know the city better than anyone. So my investigative stories are all original, and they'll go deeper to expose the truth by using information obtained from public information databases and in-depth interviews with the movers and shakers. My feature stories will introduce you to people and businesses who are changing the world, not just Chicago. My missing person stories will spotlight those who you don't hear about in the mainstream media, who are often overlooked. If you want to hear my personal views on things around the world, check out my blog site, which is based off of factual information on my life experiences. There's also past episodes of my weekly sports podcast show, What's Up Cuz, that I host with my real-life cousin, Lance Irvin. So if you're looking for all this information and more, check out jcoydenreports.com and follow me on Twitter at jcoyden.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings. I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
It's a romance sport. What? It's a romance sport like that.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Everybody in a work zone is someone somebody.
This is my mom. She works for KDOT.
This is my dad.
This is my mom.
This is my daddy.
This is my sister.
This is my daddy.
This is my son, Scott. He was killed while working in a highway work zone. When you drive through a work zone, drive like a life depends on it. Because it does.
Operator 901, where's the emergency?
127 Brynmere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushrooms.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency line.
Do you know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Okay, is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Every day we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
No, I don't know though. I'm scared. I mean, you're so...
Folks, I'm back. Believe me, I have no idea what the hell was going on. Hey, Rick, what'd you do? Did you put some juju on me? So I was talking about Derrick Rose. I apologize for the technical difficulties. I don't know what in God's name that was. It was crazy on my end. It wasn't connecting. Then it didn't pick up it wasn't connected and all this stuff behind the scenes. It was acting crazy. So it looks like apparently I have to unplug my router and plug it in once a week. I don't know. But anyway, where were we? We were talking here. Blackhawks. Here we go. The Blackhawks yesterday, they beat the Carolina Hurricanes 4-3 to shootout. Spencer Knight stopped 28 of 31 shots. Mikheyev lit the lamp for the 9th time. Lardis his 5th goal of the year. Connor Murphy lit the lamp for the 2nd time on the campaign. Donato with his 10th assist. Moore his 10th. Tyler Bertuzzi his 14th. Mikheyev his 8th assist on the season. Staying with the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks host the Tampa Bay Lightning tonight at the United Center. Puck drop is at 6 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on ESPN or listen to it on their flagship station, 7:20 a.m. The next top of the morning topic. As deserved, Ben Johnson. Chicago Bears head coach Ben Johnson is one of the 5 finalists for the NFL Coach of the Year award. It's well deserved. He took the Bears from 5-12 basement, 4th place finishing team to the top of the NFC North and the number 2 overall seed in the NFC. It's going to have some competition. Mike Vrabel took a 3-14 Patriots team, and they're in the AFC Championship game. And I know the Coach of the Year award is technically supposed to only count for the regular season, but it's hard to, when you're making your votes, overlook the fact that the Patriots are in the AFC Championship game again. So I hope Ben wins it. He's got some tough competition. Mike Vrabel in New York and New England being the stiffest competition. Shorty says, Shawn, we're getting major solar flares. Maybe that was the day. I don't know, bro. I don't know. AC Adam checking in. What's up, Papa? Good morning. Thank you for tuning in, man. I appreciate it. King Booker World. Checking in. Brandon Schutz checking in. Yeah, so I wish him the best of luck. Obviously I want him to win it. He's more than deserving, but there are a lot of other deserving candidates as well. But I really would love for him to win it. It'd be good for him. It'd be good for the city. All right. The next top of the morning topic, Championship Sunday. Championship Sunday, baby. The AFC Championship game is Sunday. Patriots at the Broncos. Kickoff is at 2 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on CBS 2 or listen to it on Westwood 1 on 6:70 a.m. on a score, 6:70 a.m. All right. Now, the crazy part about this, like the Patriots will probably make it to the Super Bowl. Why? Because Denver's starting quarterback, Bo Nix, broke his ankle at the end of the game last week. He's out for the rest of the season. I'm sorry, you can't bring a backup quarterback in and this late in the season and expect great things from him. Continuity's thrown off. Yeah. Junior said it's the Chinese underground attacking Shawn. Brandon Schutt says he wants the Broncos to win. I don't really care. Denver can win. I honestly don't care who comes out of the AFC. I honestly don't. I don't really care. My New England fans will be happy because they are so. You talk about entitled people, man. For the last 20 years, they didn't make it to the AFC Championship game. They were mad. So, and then the NFC Championship game. Let's talk about that. Next top of the morning topic. NFC Championship game on Sunday. The Rams at the Seahawks. This is a third meeting between the two teams this year. They're in the NFC West, so they play twice a year. Now they're playing the NFC Championship game. That kickoff is at 5:30 Central. You can catch that game locally on Fox 32 or listen to it on Westwood 1, which is a score, 6:70 a.m. Pardon me. So let me ask you this question then, folks. Who do you want in the NFC Championship game? Do you want the Rams? So you want to lose to the team that got to the Super Bowl out of the NFC? Or do you want the Seahawks to kind of shut those Rams fans up? Because those Rams fans are talking a lot of ish. Oh, we came to Chicago and beat you. Yeah, technically you did. But we definitely had I would say that one, we lost that one more than the Rams won it. You know, Puka Nacua, and Devontae Adams are to 7 catches? Like, that's insane what they did. It's insane what they did to. I'll give you the exact numbers. It's unbelievable. They had Puka Nacua had 5 catches for 56. Devontae Adams 2 for 24. We're talking 80 yards. 7 catches for 80 yards between those two. 7 catches for 80 yards between those two. That's a game we should have won. That's why that game stinks. That's why it stinks. Because we're there. King Booker will say, I want the team that beat the Bears to move on, I presume. Okay. King Booker World says, you mean the 12 real Rams fans? My man Junior says, the Seahawks, I can't stand Stafford. I get it. We had his number. And that's the frustrating part about all of this, is that you had your opportunity. We had the ball with a chance just to go down and score, kick a field goal, game over. We're playing Sunday. The Rams are eliminated. You know, you don't have okay, I can see that, Cornelius. Cornelius says, I want Seattle. I don't want anyone in the LaFleur gang to win. Okay, I get it. I mean, LaFleur's in the McVay tree, but I get it. You don't want anyone from that group to win, and I'm okay with it. King Book World says, fan bases like the Rams make me sick. Just like the KC fans. Before Mahomes, I knew 6 Chief fans. I get it. I'd be pissed too. Like, man, you guys suck. You know, and we were talking about that today. I was talking with my guy Dwayne at CrossFit. And I said, here is the most apropos time to remind everyone that if you take care of the little things, there are no big things. We're talking about Rome Odunze. Okay? Rome Odunze drops the touchdown pass on the opening drive. Okay? Drops the touchdown pass, that's 7. Then, on a 3rd and 1, it's a run to the right side. DeAndre Swift comes down and is supposed to block the safety. He misses the safety. Safety knifes in. Cuts down. That's where DeAndre Swift tried to jump over. That safety, then it gets hit jumps over that corner, and then it gets hit by the safety. Remember that? That was a missed block by Rome. That's 2 touchdowns he cost us. So it was more of us shooting ourselves in the foot and stopping ourselves than the Rams beating us because we held their offense in check. What I tell you, 7 catches between Nakua and Devontae Adams for 80 yards between them. That could be a half for either one of those guys. But that's what we held them to last year. I agree, Junior. So how is everyone jumping on DJ's back and not saying anything to Rome is beyond me. Rome played like garbage. He did. He had a bad game. And I'm sure he was told about it by Antoine Randall L. All right. The missed touchdowns. I think he had a drop later in the game. Then that missed block, which was huge. Okay? Mistakes, just like good things that happen, are magnified more at the end of the game than they are at the beginning. That's why a lot of people are letting Rome off the hook or letting him slide because you kind of forget about the drop touchdown that he had because everyone's looking at the DJ play. Everybody's looking at that play. Right. Well, they held him to 17 points before they finally got to in regulation. They held him to 17 points. You got to win that game. You have to win that game. You hold them to 17 points. You hold that offense, the number 1 offense in the NFL, to 17 points. Your top 2, arguably the best wide receiver duo in the game. You hold to 7 catches for 80 yards and no touchdowns. Wait, did Puka get one? Hold on. Yeah, no touchdowns. 7 catches, 80 yards, no touchdowns. You got to win that game. You have to. So if, ands, or buts, you got to win that game. That's why it stings so much because now, as Ben Johnson said, we can't build off this because we start back from ground zero. Start back from the beginning. And you do. because you don't know how much turnover is going to be on that team. You don't know who's coming back. You know, one of the biggest issues is who's coming back. Who's going to be back? Kevin Byard? Or Jaquan Brisker? Excuse me. Who do you want back? Byard or Brisker? Who do you want back? Because it's tough to keep both of them. Byard, for a long time, was atop the NFL in interceptions. Brisker had a phenomenal game. Brisker has the health issues. Brisker's one concussion away from being a vegetable. And something told me when Jaquan Brisker, after the game, was one of the last guys to leave the field, last guys to leave the locker room, and he said, I forgot who was interviewing him, but he said, he said, I want to enjoy this moment because this could be the last time I'm wearing a Bears uniform. Something tells me that the Bears have already talked to his people and saying they will not re-sign him. That's just my opinion. I think they've made the decision with Jaquan Brisker. It's tough, man. It's tough. This is the tough part of the game. He said, isn't how Harris gone? Yeah, I don't know if it's official, but he got interviewed. He was being interviewed by Green Bay to be their defensive coordinator. I'm sure he's going to be more than happy to go back home. But this is why when you have the squad, you maximize it, and you make the most of it, and you win the chip. You win the chip. Because we should be playing Seattle on Sunday. All right? I should be preparing for another watch party on Sunday. Another Bears watch party. Because I guess we could have one for the NFC Championship game, but so this is why these moments are fleeting. This is why it's important that when the opportunity is there, to seize it. To seize the opportunity. All right? Just like Eminem's song, if you had one shot, one opportunity, would you seize it or let it slip away? Because we talked about nothing's guaranteed. All right, nothing's guaranteed. Caleb has played 2 full seasons, no injuries. Knock on wood. Knock on wood, no injuries to Caleb. Because what happens if Caleb goes down? I mean, we got Tyson Bagent, but what? And you had it. And that's the thing that still stings. That's what stings so much for Bears fans. Bear Nation is we had it. We had it. And let it slip away. I don't know if I'm over it yet, because I look back on it as a coach, as a former player, as a coach, just like so many different things right here. This. Rome, get that block on the DB. around the goal line. Get that block. That's it. Get in his way. Let him run you over. It doesn't matter. DeAndre Swift scoots right into the end zone. But he gets in there. He makes a play. DeAndre Swift tries to hurdle him. While he's in the air, safety comes by and finishes him off. Those little things. So now maybe you understand when I say if you take care of all the little things, there are no big things. You'll understand. You'll understand it firsthand. Look the ball in on that opening drive. Look the ball in. Block that DB. That was the biggest block that would have been in your career, that you would have sprung DeAndre Swift into the end zone. Untouched, he would have gone. But you didn't do the little things that you needed to do. That was just getting in the way of that DB. I'm not asking you to pancake him. I'm not asking you to knock him on his ass. I'm asking you to get in his way to block him, to allow DeAndre Swift to score from 1 yard out. So this is a tough one. It's tough. So I think we can say the Rams didn't beat us. We lost to them. I don't know what I'm doing for the game. And I know a lot of people aren't even watching the game. Caleb said he's not even watching the game on Sunday. And I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at him at all. Because you're going to watch that game and say, shit, we should be in that game. Now you got to start from scratch, literally. And Ben Johnson talked about it. So what do you build on? You got to go back to square one. I know he's exaggerating because there's no going back to square one. Because you got to, there's no going back to Caleb not knowing the offense. There's no going back to Rome Odunze, Luther Burden, DJ Moore, Colson Love. There's no going back to them not knowing the offense. So yes, there is something to build on. But he says, but I understand his mentality. His mentality is right now we are one of 32 teams that are vying for a Super Bowl, even though the Super Bowl hasn't been played yet this season. He's talking about we got to go back to the basics. We got to go back to the grind. We got to start from the beginning because every single team has to start from where we're at. Whether you win a championship or not, you got to start all over. And that's the great part about the NFL. Every year is different. Every single year is different. No two teams are ever the same. You got draft picks. You got free agents. You lose free agents. People retire. Coaches get plucked. Coaches leave and go elsewhere. Hell, we lost Eric Bieniemy, running back coach, going back to Kansas City to be their offensive coordinator. Al Harris was just interviewed by the Green Bay Packers to be their defensive coordinator. Declan Doyle was being interviewed. Why someone else to interview him as their offensive coordinator, I have no idea. But whatever. So now you see the purge. And you can't stop these guys. That's actually a token of respect that people are coming after your position coaches. That's a sign of respect. King Booker World says, I think Coach Johnson is going to have the team coming into next season on a mission. Next season, hot take, there are going to be some blowout wins that's going to shake folks up. Okay. But now you got to start all over again. That's the issue. When you did all the work, all the things, the amazing things you did this year, now it's back to square one. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it can't be done. That when I was with the Thunder, we won 4 straight league titles. But how much do you love the process? How much do his players love the process? Because now you got to go into offseason. And don't forget, Brisker going to be here. Is Byard going to be here? Are you going to trade Tremont Edmonds? You probably can't trade TJ Edwards because he has a broken leg. Do you feel comfortable with DeMarco Jackson in the middle? Or in that will? Do you feel comfortable with it? What about Billings? Like, these are decisions that need to be made. Cornelia says, Rome should be on the jug machine every minute of the offseason. AC Adams says, with this new culture change, I'm convinced that it's nowhere but up from here for the Bears. I hope you're right. We have an excellent example of what can go wrong in the Washington Commanders. They got to the NFC Championship game last year. And missed the playoffs this year. That's what I'm talking about. This window, this championship window that we expect to be open, that opened a little sooner than we anticipated this season. We don't know when it's going to close, which is why we needed to take advantage of the opportunity this season. And I was guilty of it. I said, hey, you know what? Wait till next year. But then as we started going on, remember, my tone changed. I'm like, look, we're here now. We're here. Let's go win it. Let's not worry about the development. We'll keep developing, but we're here. The hell with expectations, the hell what people thought, the hell what we thought we could be. We're here. They had it. You know, again, who are you keeping? Brisker. I use Byard and Brisker to combine them. Who will be back? Who do you want back? Byard or Brisker? It's a tough one. Byard's going to have some suitors this offseason. You don't think you're going to want a free safety who's a ball hawk? Remember we had one of those a couple years ago in Eddie Jackson? You know how important that is? They are. He might have a market. Will he give the Bears a hometown discount? That's the question. Who do you guys want? Put it in the chat. You want Kevin Byard back, or do you want Brisker back? Let's not forget Jonathan Owens, Mr. Simone Biles. He's at the end of his contract as well. Ryan Pohl said all 4 safeties are out of contract at the end of the season. Got to bring someone back. You're not going to wipe out all 4 safeties. But who do you want back? Cornelius Squalls. He says, I want Byard. Byard's a veteran. Byard's an all-pro. Atop the league lead in interceptions. Can he duplicate that next year? We'll find out. But you want to let him go and have him be a phenomenal leader in interception machine for someone else? That's the risk you run. But Ryan Poles, in his exit interview yesterday, as we heard, mentioned Kevin Byard by name. Yeah, he's one of the guys we want. So he showed his card. He made the first move. Like, hey, so now Kevin Byard, we want you back, but at this price. Because he's a phenomenal leader for those young men and one hell of a player. That's why I think he'll be back, King Booker will say. Why? Because of I think he'll be back because, one, Paul said so, but two, I think he really enjoys this team. I think he really sees the big picture. He knew they should have won yesterday. He knew they should have won on Sunday, which means they should be in the NFC Championship game. And again, anything can happen once you're in the NFC Championship game. Everybody else, put in the chat. Who do you want, Byard or Brisker? Cornelius said Byard. King Booker World said Byard for the leadership. Yeah, Poles mentioned him by name, and I think Byard sees something special in the Bruin. I agree. AC Adams says, can't cry with spilt milk at this point. You just got to continue to believe going forward. Good, better, best. I hear you. Black Diamond says he wants Kevin Byard back. Oh, and this only if I'm putting a gun to your head. One or the other. Junior said Brisker, he's a game changer. Okay. Rick Gonzalez says Byard all day. I'm sorry, Brisker all day. He says Byard way too old to give big money to, I believe. Black Diamond says love Quan, but he can't stay on the field. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what he did. How many games did he play this year? What games did you play? Oh, I'm not giving it to me. Come on, you sons of biscuits. See all of it. 52 tackles. 1 pick. Let's see how many games he played. Gotta go snaps. They know. He's in all the games. You got stats for all the games. Wow. So yeah, you might. Oh, you wrote it, yeah. Yeah, he played every game. Everybody else in the chat, who do you think? Who do you want, Byard or Brisker? I don't know, man. I mean, the leadership is huge, in my opinion, but the physicality that Brisker brings is second to none. That's second to none. I think I still go Byard. Having a quarterback for that defense, for that secondary, and for that defense, especially at the back end, is huge. I think that's huge for this team. Any team. But I just give a damn about our Bears. I think that's huge for them. Good call, Rick. The next question. Woo. Here's a tough question. Come on, silly. This is the question, bro. This is the question. Yes. Wow. Wow. Rick says, bigger question. Nashawn Wright or Tyreek Stevenson at cornerback? Again, Nation Wright's going to have some suitors. Big time. What if Al Harris wants him to follow him to Green Bay? He followed him from here. He followed him here. AC Adams says, want to find a way to keep both of them, in other words. I do. I would love it. Rick says, Tyreek Stevenson all day, FGB. I'm concerned with this too, King Booker World. He says, I think Reek is out of here because of his own dumbassness. Yeah. Yeah. Rick says, hell of a point. FGB FL Harris if he returns to Green Bay. That's a pretty good assessment, Black Diamond. Shawn can't cover, and Reek is a knucklehead. Yeah, Shawn would get burned, except for all the picks. Man. We saw the back of his jersey a lot of times on plays. So EC Adams says, I'll take Tyreek Stevenson because just as many turnovers, it might be worth the trouble. Okay. Okay. He's a more stout corner. He's about 6'1", about 6 feet, but he's thicker, no diddy, than Nahshon Wright. Yeah. I saw that. King Booker says, how the hell do you do the same shit that got you targeted from the Hail Mary game? Yeah, apparently he was jawing at some fans again, and Kevin Byard had to go and grab him. You would think he would have learned his lessons. Tyreek Stevenson, that's who we're talking about. Tyreek Stevenson, you'd think you would have learned your lesson from last year. All right? You would think he would learn his lesson, but apparently he didn't. And that could have played a big factor. Because, man, it could be a big factor. Don't forget, we still have Terrell Smith coming back, the cornerback from Minnesota, who didn't play this year because of injury. He's another big, tall, I think he's 6'2", 6'3". Physical cornerback out of University of Minnesota. Okay? Are you willing to roll the dice on him? Let's not forget, yes, and they asked about Za Frazier too. Very good, Rick. They asked about Za Frazier. And Ryan Poles said he's back. Got his stuff taken care of because we don't know his personal issue. Got his stuff taken care of. He's back. He's another one, 6'3". 6'3", long, lanky, can cover, can jump, run and jump. Man, you okay letting Nahshon go? Nahshon and Tyreek? You go with Jalen and whoever's out him? Whoever's outside of him? Yeah. How do you mental right? I'm not sure, Rick. I'm not sure. AC Adams said, I'm so ready to see Smitty back healthy, competing for starter reps. Man, I'm telling you, me too. Me too. Yeah, I was out. He never played. So it had to do probably family. I don't know. It could have been mental. I really don't know. This time the Bears and they did a great job of concealing whatever his issue was. And I guarantee you when they're back in the locker room and he's there, they're going to ask him about it. And he should probably, if it's a personal issue, just say there's a personal issue. Sorry. I'm not. That's as far. I'm not going to answer that question further. I'm not going to delve into it. So, but they still have some young talent. They still got some. We'll see Zoff Frazier. We'll see Terrell Smith. All right, those are guys they can fall back on. But also, those are the guys that are going to have to step up. And you wonder how much pressure they're going to put on themselves trying to relive the magic of 2025. That's where I hope they don't. I hope they don't go down that route. Let's not relive the magic that they had. Let's surpass the magic that they had. Let's surpass it. Junior, Dexter should be gone. AC Adam, 100%. Dexter should definitely be gone. So you got the safeties and corners. Let's talk about the linebackers. What do you want to do? Do you want to cut? You probably can't cut TJ Edwards because of his he broke his foot, broke his leg. Then you had Nashawn Wright. He's another guy who's going to garner a lot of attention. Long, tall, no diddy. Lanky, long arms. You saw the interception he had in front of DK Metcalf, went up one arm. Rick, I couldn't agree with you more. Keep DeMarco Jackson, not much of a fall off. FGB. I love it. If you want to take Tremaine Edmonds and get rid of him, save you some money. Actually, how much do you save? Wow, let me see something. Tremaine Edmonds will check his salary out. Let's see. $26. Oh, you know why? Tremaine. No, it's not. Okay. Well, they got Tremaine on this. I'm okay with letting him go because of DeMarco Jackson. He's like, Jackson was a hell of a find. Yeah, he was a D2 All-American. He got a shot, and man, did he make the most of it. I think definitely Jackson stays. I think Billings is gone too. Yeah, I do too. A lot of decisions. Then the D-line. Like, we can't cut Dio Adengbo because this cap hit is something stupid. Let's see. We'll find out exactly. I forgot what his dead cap hit was. Oh, come on. What's his cap hit? What's his dead cap hit if you cut him? Damn it, 22 million. Dio Dengbo's dead cap is 22 million. Can't cut him. This is another shitty sign by Ryan Poles. You take the Dio Dengbo contract out of it. You take the Montez Sweat contract out of it. Now you got more than enough to go get a stud defensive end. But now you got to get creative because of your own doing. It's your own doing, Ryan Poles. That's a good question. A good point, Junior. It's weird. Junior says guys who come in and wear 55 Mama Boy Otis his jersey are garbage. I'm Mama Boy Otis. I'm one of a kind. The ladies all love me for my body and my mind. Mama Boy Otis. Rick, you're talking Trey Henderson, I'm presuming. So do you like Trey as a free agent or too old for him? We got to trade for him first. You got to trade for him, if I'm not mistaken. He's okay. Put it this way: he's not my first choice, but he's more than capable of being a game wrecker. Trey, you talking Trey Hendrickson to be a free agent, if not tagged. Yeah, I do like him. Again, he's not my first choice, but I like him. AC Adams says, if Dom Rob can turn it around, gotta hope Dio can also. How much longer do you want to wait? You missed the season with a freaking injury, and we're gonna wait next year too. And when he was in there, he wasn't lighting the world on fire. Okay, it's not like Rome. Remember when Rome started the season? When he have a touchdown the first 5 games of the season? That's setting the world on fire. That's a good call, King Booker World. King Booker World says this. No, he said the whole Trey Hendrickson thing reminds me of the Jared Allen debacle. I'm good. Okay. Yeah, she's saying. Looks like Tarzan played like Jane. That's the truth. No, it's more. Yeah, Dial 4.5. I'm anxious to see. Here's what I'm anxious to see. I'm anxious to see what Shamar Turner can do. That is something I would love to see. I'd love to explore that because he was a baller. And I thought him paired with Grady Jarrett, they both have similar styles. They both play with a nonstop motor. And if you can impose some of your wisdom, Grady Jarrett, onto a Shamar Turner, so tricks of the trade, so to speak. Man. You know, man. Man. So do you keep Grady Jarrett or you cut him after 1 year? Because his impact on Shamar Turner is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. And that's what we need. What are we saying? We need pressure up the middle. Well, Billings didn't do as good a job this year as I thought he would. Maybe he's still dealing with the effects of his torn pec muscle. Rick says, I'm with you on Turner. Maybe it's the weed, FGB. Cornelia said, get a monster DT in the draft and move Shamar Turner to end. Okay, I'm cool with that too. I'm more than cool with that. I'm cool with that. King Booker World says, Turner at DT, I meant. I don't want to hear this shit in the offseason about how big and muscular Javon is. How the hell you built like RoboCop and play like Roger Rabbit. Shorty says, sucks because we thought we had a really good player, but now we must draft the DT again and a left tackle. Yeah. Yeah. Because they're talking about he might not be back till the middle of the season. That's at best. Ozzie Trapilla we're talking about. All right, Rick, what do we got here? Grady Jarrett's contract with the Bears signed 2025 carries respectively a $21 million pre-June to $4 million post-June dead cap hit, and released in 2026 with a $19 million cap hit. See, can you keep him? I would say yes, because this is his first year coming off an injury. So now next year should be stronger. I don't know. This is tough. This is tough. Jerry says, I don't understand how Gervon Dexter dove into the ball, not on the ball. That's funny. Yeah. Here's one that is a huge question. What do you think about the left tackle position? King Booker was the last time Shady Grady came off an injury the second year after he went crazy. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that first year was just kind of a feel out year, and I hope he's ready to roll, ready to wreak some havoc. And same thing with Turner. All right, coming off an injury, but this is going to be his first year. So this is where the imposing of your knowledge will help Grady Jarrett. That's it. Okay. Shorty says, Book, I don't think Ozzie has a choice, although Greg Gabriel did say he could be back the earliest by training camp. He ate 3 games in. Oh, sure. The latest 3 games in. Okay. You got to include Dio in that mix, too. Because Dio's cap is too big. That's a good thought, Rick. Rick says, I was thinking of playing Joe Tooney at tackle until Ozzie comes back. We don't have the money for a stud left tackle. Sign a vet on the cheap if no Tooney at tackle. That's not a bad idea. Put him in left tackle. That who was the guy they played? Not Jennings. Was it Jennings? Who played left guard, who did really, really, really well. I was impressed. I don't remember hearing his name called at all, except when they were talking about him. Filling in. What was anyone remember his name? McFadden. Thank you. McFadden. Yes. Yeah, that offensive line is paramount. Paramount. Would you rather have a better run blocker or pass blocker at the left tackle position? Run blocker or pass blocker? That's the question. That is $1 million question. Would you rather have a better run blocker or a pass blocker or left tackle? AC Adams says McFadden is a true pro vet. I like what he did when he came in. I really did. I liked the way he played. Now, imagine him getting more time and reps with Tooney at left tackle. That could be it. Cornelius says, I'd rather have a better pass blocker at left tackle than a run blocker. Okay. Okay. I'd say pass blocker, despite the fact that everything is predicated off the run game. Rick says, I think the Bears answered that when they chose Ozzie over Theo. Theo was the better run blocker, but Ben with Ozzie, the better pass blocker of the two. Yeah, and he's younger, and you're trying to get your first round, your draft picks in there as well. King Booker Rose says, I don't like keeping Joe Tunney at left tackle. That interior is just too important. Maybe Newman at right guard, Jackson at left guard, if they keep Tunney more there than left tackle. I hear you, because the middle three are the run game. The middle three are the run game, and that can't fall off. That can't fall off. I would much rather move Tooney to guard. Tooney, Dolman, and Jonah Jackson. Those three. Keep those three there. Go get a retread. Go get, you know what I mean? We got to draft one, or if you see a project at left tackle, now you can draft them. Because you're going to go on the free agent market, and you're probably going to sign Theo Benedette as well, along with whoever you draft. So, I don't know. That's my thoughts. Do we need any more running backs? I would say yes, but he had to be predominantly a special teams player. Just in case. Just in case. Actually, you're going to back up your name, Monungai, to get a blow at some point. DeAndre Swift. Yeah, wants to replace Roshan. I agree. He was on the team. Well, he was in sweats. I thought he was in pants, but he wasn't. He was in sweats. Yeah, get a third down type of guy. Get a hybrid, so to speak. A guy you can use on the goal line, a guy who can block, a guy who can catch out of the backfield. So it doesn't have to be really fast, just good hands out of the backfield. I'm anxious about Sunday. I don't want to watch it because I'm mad, but I want to watch it because I love football. So where am I going to watch it on Sunday? Like I'd love to go to someone's house All right, someone have a party. Someone have a get-together. Go in the basement. Okay? Order pizza. Bring your own drinky drinks. Sit down, shoot the shit with the guys, smoke a cigar in the back or whatever. Hey, you know what, AC Adam? I am not mad at you on that one. I'm a fan of Britt Brown. Britton Brown for the Bears is a good back. And he's cheap. He's a good man. Yes. So my question is this, too. How far off do you feel the running back, if at all, do you think the running back position, the production, will fall? Eric Bieniemy's gone. But remember what I told you. The most important coaching for a player when they go up from one level, high school to college, college to pro, is that first year. DeAndre Swift is not in his first year, but he's had one of the best running backs coaches probably in his career. Got 1,000 yards this year, first time. No, that's his first time. 1,000 yards here. I think he got one in Philly too. But he got 1,000 yards, and his whole demeanor changes. Remember, he started after Kyle Monangai ran people over for the Bengals for 176. He was like, "Oh shit, I need to put my shoulder down." And he put his shoulder down. He was a lot more physical. Kyle Monangai, that's his style. But how much do you think it is going to affect that room with him not there? Who's going to be the running back coach? Is he going to be that demanding? Is he going to get enough respect from the players like Eric Bieniemy got? Rick says, great show, Shawn. Got to run. Have a great weekend and stay out of Wisconsin, amigo. F visiting Wisconsin. FGB. FGB, my man. FGB, Rick. Appreciate you showing up, showing love. Appreciate it. Go get Eddie Judge for running back coach. He doesn't have the same aura that Eric Bieniemy had. Eric Bieniemy came in, you know he was a badass. He was on your face. He was cussing at you all the time just to make you tough. I don't see Eddie George like that. Eddie George was tough. I don't see him as a coach like that. I could be wrong. Hey, you might be honest, I'm King Booker World. They should go get whoever the Rutgers running back coach is. Every running back that comes out of there is a punisher. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. So, I don't know. I, like you and the rest of Bear Nation, am hoping that this is the beginning of our window. Hoping it's like 84. The Bears lost to the Niners. Next year they came back and destroyed people. The one thing, there's a couple things that I'm excited about. Caleb's development. Caleb's not learning a new offense next year. Neither is Rome. Neither is DJ. Neither is Luther. Neither is Colston. Neither is Cole. Neither is Jade Walker. All right, so now there's nothing new. Now we're gonna reinforce this offense. Now we're gonna get all the wrinkles out of it. Is it an over route or is it a dig route? Antoine Randall, I need to know. I need you on DJ's ass. I need him to become a precise route runner. Because if DJ does that, DJ will be one of the best wide receivers in the league. One of the best in the league. Because he's a great receiver now. And if he tightens up his route running and becomes pristine in it, whew. King Booker said, I said this earlier, don't know if you saw it, but this year was Rocky. They show they can hang. Next year's Rocky 2. They show they can win. I did see that. Yeah. I hope so. Cornelius says, I have doubt, barring injury, that this is the beginning of our window. Really? Why would you doubt that this is the beginning of the window? Interesting take. Great call. They should bring in Larry Fitzgerald for route running for the summer. That would be phenomenal. One of the best route runners of all time. Okay. Cornelius Claus, you didn't put the no in there. I have no doubt, barring injury, that this is the beginning of our window. Now I get you. Okay, Cornelius. Yeah, I'm like, because I know you're big on Caleb, the whole nine, and I was wondering why you posted what you posted. But you forgot the no in there. All right, I have no doubt, barring injury, that this is the beginning of our window. I hope it is, because it's going to be some fun times here in Chicago. Some fun times. Sunday, what do you watch this Sunday? Who do you want, Pats or Broncos? Who do you want? Put in the chat. Pats or Broncos? Again, I don't have a dog in the fight. I want to go. I want to hang out with some of my guys at somebody's house and just get pizza. Pizza and beer. Talk shit. You know, I don't know. I don't really care if I put a gun to my head. I'll take the Broncos, but there's no way they can win because their starting quarterback broke his ankle. What about the NFC? Rams, Seahawks. Give me the Seahawks. AC Adam, I want to watch the Bears next season. I hear you. Bears, Shawn, King Booker World said. Hey, make sure next year, King Booker World, you got to make it out to one of my viewing parties. And guys, let's not forget. All right, let's not forget. SportsZoneChicago.com. Get your swag. Get your stuff now. All right. If your girlfriend says, hey, your girlfriend or wife says, hey, do you want something? Yes, hon. I want an FGB shirt. I want a Coaching Matters shirt. I want a Bears Victory Monday shirt. I want an FGB hat. I want a Sports Zone Chicago hoodie. I want a Cigar Fanatic t-shirt. Let them know. Go right to the website, SportsZoneChicago.com. Get all your gear. I have one more shirt that I was going to unveil this week. Still had the Bears won. It's not ready yet. It's just bad communication between me and the designer. But when it's up, you're gonna be like, oh damn, you're gonna want to get one. It's nothing crazy. Just took my own version, my own take on another one of the shirt that's been out there. Kimbogo says, I want to go to training camp again next season. Well, hopefully I get credentials next season. I'm gonna mess around with the Bears again and get credentials. If I do, King Booker World, then I won't have very many viewing parties because I'll be at the games. But Junior says the Bears brought me back in. I really care for the wins and losses. I wasn't numb anymore. Hey, we were feeling alive, man, weren't we? And that's why I told you. Remember, guys? I said be present. I said the good, the bad, the amazing, the terrible. Enjoy it. Remember when I said that before the season started? Remember when I said that? Enjoy the season for all it's worth. Be present. I know I was saying 2026 was the year that they were going to be great, but don't overlook this year. And if you didn't, which most of us did not, most of us did not overlook this year, what a ride it was. What a ride it was. How amazing was it? I know the last field goal by the thicker kicker from LA sucked, but let's not forget all the good shit that happened. The kick, the field goal to beat Washington, the block kick to beat the Raiders. the touchdown pass to DJ twice versus Green Bay. The smacking of the Bears to the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. Remember that feeling we had where we just stuck out our chest like, yeah. The excitement we had because we literally just overwhelmed and imposed our will on the defending Super Bowl champions. Let's not forget all those times. Let's not forget those times. All right, folks, I'm out of here. Guys, I hope you have a phenomenal weekend. All right. Whatever you do, be safe, be warm, stay warm. It's -5. I'm looking at the bottom of my computer right now. -5 right now. Probably it feels like something a little more. We'll see exactly what it feels like in a second. It's cold, baby. It's -2. It feels like -16. Okay, so dress. If you got to be out there, layer. I know King Booker World, it's your birthday. You took the whole week off. All right, relax, Papa. Enjoy. Cornelius says, it was a blessing to be around to see the Bears become a contending team again. Yes. Junior, FGB. Shorty, bear down. Great show. Thank you, buddy. Guys, everyone in the chat, I appreciate the love and the support. All right, go grab your Sports Zone Chicago swag. Okay? Grab your Sports Zone Chicago swag. Check out Championship Sunday if you want. And, hey, if you want to get out, go to Restaurant Week. You want to go to a steakhouse? Go to a steakhouse. I'm meeting up with one of my former students. I think I told you, 6th grader, years ago. When did I teach him? In 06. When did Detroit win the when did the Pistons win the world title? That's when I that's what I taught him. Oh, 04? 2004. That's what I taught him. It's 21 years later. Holy shees. 0304. Damn. So I'm going to meet him up for brunch on Sunday. He's in town. He lives in Texas. He's a bodybuilder. Dude, it's crazy. Little short Mikey. Still got the big ears, though, that I had. Long, lanky kid. Looks like he's like 6'1", 6'2". He looks big. You know, when bodybuilders are working out, they have their usually like a cut-off sleeve sweat, like a Bill Belichick sweatshirt on. That's what he wears in most of his pictures. He looks huge. So it'd be cool to see him and catch up with him. He found me on Facebook a couple months ago. He's back in Chicago and wants to meet up. So we'll probably meet up Sunday for brunch. So I'm looking forward to it. If you guys are able to spend some time with family, friends, or loved ones, please do it. Stay warm. All right, I texted him this morning. I said, hey, make sure you bring your jackets because we got them all. I said, good. You might have to buy some shit when you get here, but that's cool. But anyway, guys, have a phenomenal weekend. I can't wait to see you on Monday. We'll talk a lot more football, talk some basketball, talk some hockey. All right? British Bears Tuesday at 3 o'clock. Remind me on Monday. I'll remind you. I'll give you guys a heads up. But from everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. I love you guys, and your boy is out.
Come on, laced up.